Does anything happen? I don't know. Alright, I think that's better. I didn't like it out there. So I guess I'll sit in here. I think I said keep the camera still. So. Well, where does anybody want to start? What are you afraid of? Seek it out. Look right up in it. That's what it's doing to you. That's what you're doing to yourself. But just through AI, 199. So I was like, what time should I come on today? And I was like, just let it come, a little after 3. So yeah, that's what we are. We're threes, but we're a little after the 3. We're moving up. We gotta pay attention to the fear that's around us, because that's your fear. Your neighbor has fear of all that. That's what we're here for, that fear. That's yours. You are in them. You're here to help them not have fear, because you don't want to have fear. It's all, nothing's not connected. What are you afraid of? Baphomet. Well, just what is it really telling you? What are babies? Ba. What are the phonetics they're getting? Phonemes. For their men, for their met, their mother energy. It's in a body. It's the cross too. Every time you see a T, it's the body. So it's just the phonetic show for the babies, played by the 7s and 8s, for the 3s, who are watching the shadow on the stage. Andre had, I said, well, yeah, what is the right word for God? There is no word. It's already been, it's ineffable. It's hollow spaces. So find one that works for you. Let it vibrate. See what it feels like. I was like, well, how about vibration? Yeah. You got your 6, you got your V-I, right? Roman 6, Ra. Everyone's calling brother. That's our nation. To remind people that we're tuning up to become 6s, to become men. 6. That's what that is. No, can't have any fear over that part. I was like, what does God want me to do then? Well, I want you to be indignant. You're in here. He wants you to dig out your energy. So how does it do that? I think there's a limitation. That's what a child's thought. Could that really happen? That's the only thought that a child could have. God's capable of everything. Hey, Molly, you want me to invite you? See, we're already doing the TikTok avatar shit. But that's going to be the next test, right? Like, they're putting another screen in there. The Borg wants to look right up in you to see if you're harm. That's God looking at his creations. That's what all of this is. So get used to I was like, oh, Zoom, yeah. Because we're going to Zoom. That's what it was for, or put there for this time of the play. I was like, 10 generations, but you live every one. You played a role, your part. It's your play. So the Karen was like, drifting around. Like, it's only so many, puzzle pieces. It's like Lego pieces you can use. So all the personalities now, they're coming out. They got an A, right? So what were they? What was this for them? It was their chance to grab on something, to do what they haven't been doing in their lives, take care of their health, to care. So we're all missed. We were just doing the asking questions about that system, and we figured that out. How's it so coordinated? But we're still holding on to fear because we're like, it's all coordinated just to punish us here. Would that make sense? So that's our test. We have to make peace with all the things that were giving us fear. All the characters, these 7s and 8s, their pantheon. They want, when the curtains pull, because they know the 9's coming down. So they'll be, yeah. It's like, thank you. Be grateful that they played their parts so well. Because they're part of you. They're banging off your 7 and 8s in your mind to make the show. So we have 100,000 people in the stadium. It's power. But this time we'll have a purpose because we got the golden rule. So the golden rule, obviously, right? Do no harm to others because everyone is you, every soul, every form of life. Start asking that. Just ask your higher self. It's there for you. You maybe just don't believe it. But who do you think I'm talking to? I was like, who am I talking to all this time? And I just sat there. That's the hollows. That's why I was like, oh, that's what that means, the vowels. So it's doing its healing. It feels like we've already slowed all this down. Some of us are asking. That's how powerful, even one person. I was like, well, I was worried. Like, I need some other people. God, I needed them to do what I needed me to do. So if you're looking for your lesson, just watch what comes out of your mouth, your thoughts. Because it's, I was like, okay, well, how do I love everyone that's me? Find the one that really bothers you. You know, for me, it's like the overweight woman on her phone in the car, not paying attention, and you know, how far have I fallen? That's what I'm saying. That's what I don't like in them. That's what I feel in me. So we're gonna just be creative. And how would you go about it? You know, get there, up there on your 9, start making time with your right hand, and then your 7 is the sinister, the left. That's the senses. That's what's in us. So if God's making 8 and 7, and for the 3 to watch. So the government is taking its cue from the 9 right now by looking through all of our eyes. That's the all-seeing eye in everyone looking at itself. So what it's going to move where that moves. People just want to go back to normal, but they don't have the golden rule. It's going to be right there because it knows, or you know, it sees everything. So it sees what we do. So we don't have to worry that that's something bad against us because we figured out the rules. You know, when I put that AC/DC song up and I got the message, see if I had the right to the copyright. But that was literally it. Did I have the copyright, the reflection, to do on earth as in heaven? Do you have the copyright? So I had, you know, I was like, yeah, well, I wrote these songs, but did I have the copyright right to use it right? Was I saying, hey, look, we're spiritual warriors and these people are gone, right? So I didn't even have the copyright. So I had to really make sure I had the copyright to it. Because we wrote it. Your God's up there writing all those songs, putting them through the 8s and 7s. You're rock stars on the stage for the rock stars that are coming up to be onked through the goalpost. Start at the start. We've lived all this enough times that we've put in enough parts to make this transition. So yeah, that's what big kids do. The cool kids are back in town. You know why they call it a pregnant pause? Pregnant pause. What's really been being born there, germinated? You know, we already know that we're in a kidney to be incubated in Q. You know, Ba. So we're aided, so we be planted, but we just weren't ready. That's not nobody's fault. It might have been, you know, oh, you went through some bad things, but that was your part. So this is the time to use to go back through your parts, see what you felt, you know, relive that in that moment, see what the other clues were that God was there for you. So if you got there again, that experience, there's more to that story than just going through it one time. That's why we're coming back to weave our thread, you know, with our ankh. We're getting our pin back. The author, there's one author, just fractaled out all over the set. So whatever your interest or hobby, just look at it, and it's all the same pattern, just different layers. Magnificent. You know, that's an astonishment, you know. Larry's the word that kept popping up on my boggle, you know. I was like, Larry. L-A-R-S, L-A-R-E-E, L-A-R-E-E-S. I was like, well, let me look it up. It's a noun, but there's no definition for it. You can spell it, you can use it in Scrabble, but there's no definition for it. How does that work? What's a definition? What's a phonician? What's a deaf person? There's no definition for your Larry. I say, I know it's a hook, it's a ladder, it's a ring, it's a rope. hmm That's where the Polaris is. The Polaris, the North Pole, or the North Star. It never moves. I wonder what it never moves across. What's under it? Is that another place that we're not allowed to go yet? Pole, you know. So it's all that stuff's clicking. Someone asked about, you looking for these people to listen to on the YouTube. They're there for you to use them. They make these sets, and but we're making friends with all of them to thank them for what they did to get us. What's in them helped us. So Eric Dubé, should you listen to every word he says? What is it for? See what you do. What bay? What water? I was like, man, this is pretty good. Like, he's just killing you. Like, so, but people were still like, oh, I don't know about the flat Earth. That was a preparation for this, trying to convince people to not be afraid of a virus. When Eric Dubé they can't realize that the Earth isn't, what they were teaching them children. So we're still children, but we're here to help the children because they're part of us. So we don't want to scare them with what the act is doing, right? They're just doing their act. But how you react? Do you have fear of that? Then now you're afraid of them? When the show comes to your town, where are you going to be? Scared child? Yelling at them? Look, it's connected. No, we know it's connected. We know. And now we have the third one, Now we know what they know, so we can use that, the real Hegelian dialect. They just give it a different name for different eras. Try to, it's just repetition. So, well, how do we win this? Use the same tools that you are using on you, that got you here. So repetition. Get used to it. You got to practice. This is practice game. Reflection. Eric, every name, every letter, even in your own name, it will tell you, like, who picked that out in that moment. Well, I think my parents just made it up. That's what children think. That's all this is. It's just regular threes that made all this stuff just out of nowhere. It's new. Oh, there's only one sound ringing from above, comes down. So yeah, go back to your iconic rock songs and just listen and you get it because you hear it. It was written from on high, and that's for you. So yeah, they're still coming into putting you 100,000 together, but they're singing about love and a relationship, but God is singing about His love for you, His child, and that's the creativity. It's like, well, is there anyone that doesn't love music, right? So put that as the show for you, so that you'll get it when you're ready, when you're prepared. So I said, why can't I just go look at God's face? I said, no. your antenna, your fork, your body be blown apart. It's got to be tuned up so it can withstand it, or receive it. So that's what it's testing. Because the King is coming. Like the 9 hit the 10 on 9/11. It's just reverberating down through the heavens. All right on time. Like right in time. I was like, geez. What if I'd have missed this one? But what's fake? What do they teach the children? That's the first layer. Dinosaurs. And then we figured out that's all a bunch of bullshit. But what is the dinosaur really then to your 9 that created it for the 8 and 7s to flash to the 3? It had to come from somewhere. It's all based from something the real, right? That's all that is real. So black hole, it's a singularity. Nothing escapes. That's the pure black, no frequency, alpha and omega. Yeah, I still couldn't figure out the YouTube thing, but it doesn't matter. Time doesn't matter. There's nothing to worry about anymore. That's one of the gifts. That's the reward. We got warded in a place where we're meant to go, to become the 6s, so that the 3s don't have to wander around and hurt each other anymore. just keep honing the one law, the golden rule, because that's our time here now to figure that out. And everything that we go about, that we do, is there an injured party here? That's what I kept telling people in the legal system. That's the crime. That's what the whole legal system exists for. I still see people in there trying to. What does it mean when the civil public servant officer does? That's one song. It's all one song. It's the same song. The song remains the same. I was rocking, man, earlier. Led Zeppelin. Oh. Because I saw that I was singing it from the 9 down to the 3. What would the 9 do for the 3? Yeah, that's exactly. Over and over. Over and over. Yeah, well, just how do you fight fire with fire? Started showing you the techniques that work. Well, they're getting their news and believing everything on the TV. Well, this is your news. This is all you need to get from off of here. That's what it was for. That's what I made it for. Or you gotta start kind of thinking like that, though. Like, yeah, I am king. You're no longer the victim, the baby. They don't argue. They don't take offense at things. If you do, then that's it. That's right there for you. That's your golden rule. Because you're hurting yourself. You're committing the golden rule by having fear. It's right up in you. Child that set all that out on the outside. That's childish games. 7/8 are in you. But we don't need them anymore. Right? They're not taking orders from our own eye for us to see if we have fear in our hearts. So what is the 9 doing for us down here is a little past 3s. Well, it's telling me, like, the face-to-face is the most important. Send your kids back to these schools, but they're going to be all separated, because that's an offense to you. It's an offense to God, to us, to everyone. That's the lesson. It'll just keep getting worse until you get it, right? That school was just temporary. That was your school. 7 and 8. You just never graduated from school. You just remained a child. It's all right. But just tuning up. Yeah, Elrod, the 3, 6, and the 9. We always come back. But look, like the 3 is like, look at what's seeing the 7 and 8 over there. Yeah, that part at the middle, that would be your. What do you want to name that? Where all of the energies come from. That's your black hole, your starting point, the first thought, as it plays across the stage. So we get to 666 ourselves. That's what it was all about. Well, it's the mark of the beast, but we didn't have it. We want that. We want that cross on our chest and in our forehead. Yeah, we want that beast to go into commerce. I was asking because I was like, you said, well, that's their system. It's ships trading goods on ships. Well, you didn't know that you were the first ship of that. You just didn't know you weren't on a ship. You were just a little kid being flown on the citizenship. So the real commerce, of mercy, the heart, pleasure of the heart is commerce between ourselves. Here we are hating ourselves out here on the stage. If you're mean to an animal, animals are great because they don't have the guile, So just look in their eyes and say, well, you can't fool an animal. You can pretend to be a great guy, but if you don't have it inside, the animals know, because they're energetically tuned in to what you really are. We just lost that ability to feel that and read that. So the Zuckerberg staring at you, be good. That's you, looking at you. You want to see the faces of everyone around you. You can astonish them with. So then that's how you build the New Jerusalem. That's how it is done. You could tell in my face, or I can't. I'm not here trying to fool anyone. Send me some money. my thing kept telling me this whole year. It's like, what should I do? What should I do? Go make money. But I'm not supposed to be making money. It's not supposed to be go make money. And I kept questioning it every way, and it was just consistent. I'm like, well, what for? And it wouldn't say. You're not ready. All right, so I went out there and hustle for that dollar. But now I know what it was for. To have some place. Brother Arab mentioned that, have something set aside for when you get to really go down deep and rewire. You need some alone time. So have a little kitty there of money. So I was like, but it has to be towards something, I was like, oh, maybe I could buy a motorcycle again. But I was like, that wasn't really, but it wasn't a way, because that desire was, I wanted to ride this game on a new ride. This is the new ride. It starts all up here. So like, there's nothing to go do out there other than what's in here. That's your gift. That's what you can share then through the commerce, the real commerce. We can forget about all that. Oh, I'm not in commercial. Yeah, you are. There's no way else out of it. There's nothing that's not you. Right? I'm over here. I'm a private man. That's part of it. Part of it. To get away from the parts that you don't want. You don't want the government coming at you. But the only way they can is because you're not home. So, not even afraid of that government. There is no. It's because your government wasn't at home. That's why that government is out there. Yeah, Mad Max. That's the future's coming. Well, what's Max? What's next? What's next? Crazy masks. Mad Max. Take. I say forget people's names. Like this thing doesn't know the names. I have to go back into me. Favorite actor, Mel Gibson. Yeah, Mel Gibson. Love that show, the Bounty, or whatever, the ship. See, he was playing his role, Mad Max. That was my favorite movie. Until I got to the Gladiator, and it just now they're making, they make the same movies over and over for the children, for us. It's an amazing acting guild. It's called the Guild. It's gold. They worship themselves right now on the TV. You just don't know what you're watching. Susan Sarandon says to the culture creators. She has to put the S on there because they're the serpents in the grass, snakes in the grass. The snake, that's the symbol, is because it has awareness, but it doesn't have direction, a heart of God to guide it. All the stuff about snakes. I was like, damn man, if Eve would have just bitten that apple, what did that mean? What was it? Sex? Was it? As you in this moment, right in this moment, are you biting that apple of Babylon? That's your question. That's not stories. That's for child. That's children's thing. Oh, that's thought. You're the alpha and the omega in your mind. That singularity is every moment. And you're just riding the wave. It's riding your wave with you. But it has unlimited powers. It's just you weren't ready for that because you weren't responsible. You're breaking the law, breaking the rule, the golden rule. So just literally any location, part of your body. That's you reminding you. You want to erect a new temple, right? You want to get your, ease of energy. R's interesting because I asked earlier in the day. I was like, stick with the little I. That's the all-seeing eye, right? And the E's energy, but the R, like, what are you? What it's asking you, what are you? What you are you? The other yous or the palindrome you? And it's also, royalty, the Ray, the king. It's the king. Wants to know what are you? What are you? Who are you? Fontanelle in the baby's head. I looked into that. Of course, it was all right there. There's two. One seals up. As you get older, as you get layered in here, you can't become what? Hard-headed. You've lost your connection. So the babies are born, right? Guileless, like perfect. That's you. That's another golden you coming here to teach you quit fucking up down here on the plane. That's all good. Don't fear the reaper. And then I was listening to that one. I was like, yeah, that's perfect, making sense. And then it goes, 40,000 every day, 40,000 coming, 40,000. You're 40,000. Right? It's like the baby. Wow, it's a baby born, and this is your revelation for you. It's not a time period. It's a life act. So yeah, the children's books, the children's history, that was for that. So you could really get it. But I'm still a child, like, these are my childish thoughts, so I'm just working them out, you know. So I'm not frazzled and dazzled and all the double Z words. You want to get those Z's right outside of the Coliseum, because they're playing in your head right now. Pizza gated. Boards, parallel boards. What do? You batten down the ship, right? Tighten it up so it can float. We got leaky boats. This is a leak age. This is the age of leak. Water's coming in us, but it's leaking back out. So tighten up your ship, right? Sleep tight. It's like, oh, people used to sleep on. That's the story for the child. Tie the wood around the bed, but what's that? Everything down here is a simulacrum, right? A simulation. Smaller than what the real representation is that it comes from. So search your ship, see what's leaking out, what's leaking in, coming in. Are you still thinking that the actors out there that's for you, because you don't have anyone at home to tell you what to do? So the show must go on out there for the children, but they're in fear, and so are you. What would you tell the child then that's reacting to that fear? What I'm telling you, so we can build anew. Parallel boards, right? Parallels, 2 L's. That's your 2 towers. That's energy. The orgone energy, all that stuff. Wilhelm Reich, you just take his name, it'll tell you what his role was in the acting guild. But you just put those two together, you get dielectric. Now things are moving. But if it's just two boards, you have dielectric membrane, your cell membrane. It's 2. Because you're an electrical battery. The orgone energy. But if you just put the 2 layers together, it makes the energy move. But does it have the all-seeing eye? That's why it's chaos. Order out of chaos. So the Ankh is the intelligent one. It takes the energy. That's LOL. When you do that, right? They even showed you that with Rock. When you rock in here. So what's in the movie? Rocky. When he wins the crown and he holds up his hands, that's a victory sign in his head. And what's he holding? The crown, the belt, right? Whatever you want to call it, but that's the coronavirus up there. That's what we want. That's what they want. That's why they made the movie for you to see it until you get it. So LOL, and they give some of that from the culture that was here. They're being revealed. Color images, color videos of what was here. You're still worrying about race? Dumb motherfucker. Go look at it. That's what we're trying to recapture. That's our new clue. And we're no slave ships. That's your mind that they enslaved. That's the state. That's all that stuff represents. Why is it the 14th Amendment? Osiris is trying to find the writer, the penis. That's who is the writer. So that's what we're coming into. And it prevented us, because it showed us every single way that God could. God, or vibration. What do you want to call it? But it's 6. It's time for the 666 nation. Jesus, man, this is a pretty wicked game. Oh, that's wicked. That's bad. Well, that's your child definition. Now you got the reverse. Play around with it. What does it really mean for you? Anytime you see a D, that's 4D here. The 4 dimensions here. Wick. Well, it's a candle, flame, burning down, right? So wicked one came. Candle's coming down. The light's coming in. Prometheus, that's a whole nother, just You notice, like, oh, Latin is a dead language. That's a pretty big clue, right? Oh, it just died. I wonder why. You know, my, I went down to Costa Rica and I had to get another phone, so a lot of my things were like Spanish. But I broke that phone and got another one, and I went into Zoom. Everything's in Spanish. I'm just like, well, whatever. You gotta learn it. Spanish is the closest to the Latin. And I was like, well, yeah, but what about the alphabet and Paleo Hebrew? And it's like, do first things first. Due diligence. That stuff comes in when we get back to nature. And then we really get into the tune. That's the tune that the sixth, the man, hears, sees. There's no questions. There's no doubts. There's none of this stuff that we see, these struggling, and this guy's better than me. And I said, a lot of people are going to be tangled up. You got a career. Is that you? That role? That's what God's asking. You make more money, now that makes your friend feel like they're less than you? Are you taking someone, a celebrity, if you think they're better than you, more talented than you, now you feel like that's breaking the golden rule. Because you feel like you're less than something, and you put something higher than what is really in you. You forsook your creator. And it's like looking right up back at you. It will be through the computer screens until you get it. So thank you for the technology. We knew we would need it. It's always been there, everywhere. This is not all new. That's just the story for the child until it was ready to become a man. Parents worry about their children, yeah. Your parents are worried about you because you're suffering down here. That's a simulacrum of what the bigger picture is you worried about your children because you think that's you. It's the same golden energy. But when you worry, they feel it. Is that breaking the golden rule? So just do you first. Trying to find it out there on the stage, right? You should just, if you say should to someone, that's for you to do first. Because you either know or you don't know, right? Yoda, do or don't do. There's no more thinking and looking, wondering. Now I'm only asking how do I help myself? Oh, that's selfish. Not really, because you're me, I'm you. When we see each other, we have our 2 3s together. We're 33s now. And we're not limited. We didn't put our energy on the ice. That was our choice, right? That's what that's what they're supposed to do. To learn from each other, and they do. They don't have enemies when they're that young. That comes from you. Because you lost sight. You lost the rider. You broke the golden rule. And then now they see that in you. And they try to help you. So help yourself first. You really want to help your kids. Do you. That's the best thing you can do. You legitimately, that's your desire in samadhi. Ask with pure intentions, and it will come to you through the samadhi, but also down, straight in. But what's in the samadhi would be the reflection of that as well. So something else is out there bothering you. Oh, the acting guild is breaking windows. Oh, what's that? God wants you to break that window you restricted yourself to. The window that's looking at you through. Breaking windows. It's telling you there's riot. They're doing the rioting for you. That's the projection for God telling you the riot. He wants you to riot in your heart. He wants you to tie that together. It's a success. That show was a riot. The riot is for your heart. And protest, petition for that. I saw a meme, the love and fear. Yeah. They occupy the same place. The baby doesn't know fear when it comes in here. It learns to fear the shadows of itself. This is the time that we correct all that. Because we know now. So yeah, these roles, just let go of the roles. You have some time, if you're a doctor, you wanted to help. I did through that way, but um, it's the reflection. So just take that reflection, look back, and get your higher self, and see yourself when you made those choices, what you wanted, and then where it led you to this moment. It's no, it's like, well, I did all this, so it's like, that was really clear. Like, in that moment, you can change it, no matter what you feel. So, maybe I'll go down here to planks, some guy, 500-pound guy there, he's showing me what bothers me. I'm not going to say, oh, that's what I don't want to be. Does that make me better? No, that's breaking the golden rule. I got to be creative now. Just look in there. Whatever it is. In the hollow places. It's funny what comes out of people's mouth, because now you know this. Like, they come at you, just let them sit with it. Because they're trying to teach themselves. That's why you're talking. You want to find out about this place. Asking questions. Keep asking questions as the king. To become the king. Making the place right for the king. King he's not going to come down and some messy shit. Kids watching shadows shit. Right? That's not a king. So someone said, yeah, you seem like talk about a lot of male, but you don't talk about the female stuff. Sophia as well. I was like, am I doing something wrong for a split second? I said, well, because I'm a man. male. Where's the queens, right? And, it's father time. The 8 is male. It's got to make a shadow, right? So you start either way, but if you don't have time, there's not. But the senses, your senses exist in time. But there is no time, right? Yeah. But Sophia, sure, 7. All that you stuff, Earth. So I'm telling you all this 9 stuff coming down, but it's molding the Earth, the clay, the energy. So the mother is the clay, receives the energy, rays. You're what do you call it? Like a relay. But yeah, you down here is useful because when you see trees and you're in a forest, you think they're all separate trees. That's our clue here. That if you go down to the root, it's the same tree. That's the reflection from what God does from the golden fleece. So it's just an illusion that we're separate because we're not connected at the root. So the root that we're going to build of the divine is through our sight, through the faces. Because we're checking ourselves. We don't have to just correct that golden rule to let the golden rule the realm. So you are the Terminator, the Mark Zuckerberg and all those spy agencies. Because you made them to do their job for you, the child. So now the 6 is taking over their roles. They'll go away. It's going to look right up in you. And that's you looking at you. It might be through a Zoom show as we spread this message. See where this goes. Maybe this will be the only thing that will convince you that they aren't doing something to you. Because the real show is now right up in you. Yeah, I know about all these secret they had to be secret because you're a child. You weren't ready until you figured it out. Watch the world change just by watching this one channel. Hear what it says. That's here to help you, not check you or test you or deceive you or scare you. Is that how you feel hearing these words? If you do, you need to do more you. And ask yourself why. What am you afraid of? Anybody got afraid of anything? We'll have to start just riff off of the energy. That's the joy of this. Because I feel people are like, oh yeah, but everything's just sort of, we had to do what? Take a deep breath. That's what we always tell everyone when you're getting crazy. Take a deep breath. That's what God is telling you. You are the God. That might have been scary to you. It was to me. There's no one else to complain about now. You see the way the game works. Do we need to go over that at all anymore? The COVID-19? That's our symbol now. That's God making sure that you're home. Don't be afraid of that. I was like, like I'm not doing something right. But it's just, it just wants to make sure it is right, that it can vibrate into you at that level. And it will, so it'll start showing you the things that you need to work out. That's your subconscious, but that's the ocean of God that you are. So it's going to start giving you, you get little intuitive hits so that you can stop breaking the law because you've set your intent. That's what it was all about. That's all God cares about, is itself in you. Wouldn't you? Isn't that what a caring, loving God would do? That's all it's doing. It just had to do it through the shadows so you wouldn't, because you can't destroy that part. It's eternal. It was like Eden. Well, for the child, they gave you the Eden story. Yeah, it was it's a state of mind that the 693 going through. But Rome wasn't built in a day, right? Oh, said that. How many times you said that? Well, it's the same with your body. First things first. Go into samadhi. Learn your lessons. So you can be prepared instead of perpetrated. All right? You don't have you're king. You just got energy in here now between the stops. Those are your P's. You're just roaming around in here. That's what's being tested. So it can be prepared. So the king is in control of its energy. Children, energy's up in the head. It's just a stage of development. D, right? Evolve. Evolution. Yeah, Eddie Vedder's screaming at you, do the evolution. That's what that's all about. So all your favorite, surely they weren't there to deceive you. They were there to teach you. That's why you had an attraction towards them. It's a part of you that was missing. Right? Eddie Vedder, fuck yeah, man. You latched onto that because that's what was missing in you. In your heart, your real heart. That was a small part on the stage of that. So like when this is all coming to light, you're going to be like, someone's like, why can't we just kill Bill Gates? It's impossible. You don't pass that bull. That bull, it's impossible. It literally is impossible. You'd be like trying to kill 1/9 of your psyche that he's coming through to you, to see you. That's God looking up in you. See what you'll react to. You're still afraid of some guy? I mean, could it make it even easier? You're really intimidated by Bill Gates? Is he going to control the population? Well, if you were God, looking at its creation, what would you do? Ask yourself. That's where you get your answers now, from on high. You don't have to search for them in the desert. These books, it's to test you, because only you can do you. If it were some great truths were known, surely someone would have written it down where you could find it. It just doesn't work like that. It's an energy transition. As you reminded, right? It's your mind. So we were ready to be authentic. And that's how we just connect. Probably through Zoom. We'll get so many faces, but we'll all be having the same be in tune now. And helping people with their problems, because they still think they're out there on the stage. It's time to end the play for the children for the next age, right? The next age. Where we don't have to suffer and have all this anxiety. That's to be going away, because it was a lesson to learn here. That's all this was. You're like, it's my life. Go back and revisit it and see it in its real glory. That there weren't bad people out there. It was just you getting information on your vessel, so that you'll know, and you'll have it, and you can patch up your vessel for the next wave, right? Oh, second wave, third wave. We'll be getting it by then. They said that we got the whole month of June. I was like, what is June, man? And they just said, right, June, swoon. We'll see who falls back to sleep. It didn't change anything. Didn't get any lessons out of this. It's not like we got to run out there, but I don't know, like, if you're going to go in commerce, make sure you're not a citizen, That's not for you to fight either. It goes away with the play. Not like you're not going to go break the law. If you do, the real law will show up and scare you. You can't think like a child now. You got to just search yourself for that. Just simply ask your higher self to show you if you are breaking the law, where, and it'll tell you. I mean, Facebook now. I always knew when I was on Facebook, I was the fisherman, fisher of man. For a child, I thought, oh, they're trying to fish me, the evil cabal. It's a child's thought. That's the cabal. It's your head. It wants to find out. That's why you're always looking around at things, and it makes you have a feeling. That's the information that goes right up the golden thread that hangs in your back from the Creator. The COVID, sheep, the golden fleece, through the CV19, 19th vertebrae. That's our connection. It's the golden fleece. Where Jason the Argonaut left the back door out his father's mansions and threw away the key. You went down into Vegas nerve, into Samadhi. Now you're trying to find the key to get back home. That's the game. It's pretty amazing. Right? Where's the key? Well, what could we do? We could make a bunch of movies about keys and finding golden keys. Yeah, let's try that. Is it working? We need to do something else here. No, it's just being made more and more obvious until you get that. But you don't think, oh, COVID-19 testing. There's some place. Is that some place you think you really need to be? Ask yourself, why are you there? Maybe it's there to educate others. But the door's open when you know who you are. Like, you see how it works. And then it had to be that way. It's what kept me. I did not have the copyright, right, to the AC/DC song. That you just keep chasing it down to the origin of where it could have really come from, of what's really going on. And you see that it's yours just from a higher level. That's why you liked it. You wrote it for yourself. Every song. Man, I went back and copyrighted my Led Zeppelin tune, heard those songs so many times, just wasn't ready to get hear the real message, what it was for. So yeah, every symbol that you might have been like, that's yours. That's what it's for. See if you could be scared of you. It's looking right at you, man. If you fear or love, now you know that's a love thing. Why can't we go to beaches? You're breaking the golden rule. And those were the treats then, so you could learn to love it, right? Hiking in nature, and yeah, that's your inherent birthright. But you weren't doing it right because you were hurting yourself. So go to Walmart and be made a fool of, and see how that makes your heart feel. Have to stay away and not speak. That's how you ended up here. You don't even need that shit in those stores. Not really. But if you do, go there with your heart pure, because that's your stage now. It's not like those rules don't apply to me. I don't have anything to report back on any of that, because I might go to the grocery store. I think I have to go today. Have to, right? Because I think I need apple juice. Yeah, but it gives me pleasure. There's nothing you need to neglect. Make yourself suffer. You're suffering enough. Take that opportunity, wear your cross on your head. This is much more magical, right? Because the real physics don't work here. I'd have been dead, like over and over and over. It's like, wait a minute, how did that happen? Something comes into you, that's not your part of your plan. I told the two car crash stories. There's another one in Jamaica. Uh, spring break, drinking rum in a hot tub all day, thirsty, right? Drinking coconut rum when you're thirsty. Talk about breaking the rules. So we'd go out to the bar, all the college guys, and it was $10 to get in. 10 to get in, right? Start paying attention to tens when they show up. So that's the 10, that's the drum. The to wake up. Like, got my car fixed, 101. Could be frontwards or backwards, right? So we'll see things going both ways now. Right, I was pissed. I wanted to break the rules. The man, he's doing this to me. I was like, I'm just going to climb over this fence and walk outside across the edge and get in. I was drunk as shit. And it was a rock. There's a reason you weren't supposed to be walking out there, right? Just jagged rocks. And of course I tripped. Busted my knee, my bursar sac. That's like, I went back to that one. I'm like, oh yeah, the bursar account at the school. What's that? What's your bursar sac mean? Well, go into it. Burr. You can do that with everything now. But I got out onto the edge of the cliff. It's like 50 feet down maybe. And that was my last thought. I looked out over, and something else just took over. And I just became sober right in that minute, at that moment. It's like, you got to be really careful here. I just said, yeah, help me. And I was not impaired, so I got over there and was safe. Only to go in and realize that $10 was if you only wanted to go into the dance bar room, which I didn't. So I did all that for nothing, or was it for nothing? Nothing is for nothing. It's always a purpose to everything. I couldn't even bend my leg because it was all swollen, and we had to fly out the next day. I couldn't. I was getting on the plane on the tarmac, and I had one stiff leg. Yeah. So yeah, it's fun to go back and relive the major moments in your life, right? It's a movie. You can watch them again. See what it has in there for you. So that just, all we gotta do is just spread this vibe, face to face, facial nerve. Fascists. Do we want to be ruled by a fascist government? Well, if you're a child, that's what you have to be. That's what happens. Yeah, your government is fascist as fuck. They don't mess around, man. That's God's mind. Making sure that its children are on time, right? Like, oh, that all makes sense now. All this stuff I thought was holding me back, I see how it was for. Like, I would have done it exactly the same way. And I'm like, oh yeah, because it's you. You made that for you. I don't know. Right? I mean, it's worked, right? God's like, go the fuck home, inside. That's what's on the play. That's all I can do with its 9 and its 8. I mean, it's taking time, and it's 7. It's making the scene down here for you. That's where the Sims get their cues. It's reading you right now. You're worried about AI. That's the first letter and the 9th letter is your 19. It's the giant computer board. How much closer will it have to come to you for you to get it? You think this is a computer? Like, look around. Birds, trees, and nature. It is projected. A hologram. How many times have you seen scientists say our Earth might be a hologram? Star Trek, beam me up, Scotty. So all these things will start making sense, and it's everywhere. It's just singing the same song, just through a bunch of mirrors, or it's the same song. Songs means the same. So yeah, God, right now, every note plucks you like a string. You're the instrument. Those guys up on stage, that's the simulacra for you, for your age. To be, because that's, you're learning from that, those emotions. But it's not just an accident. These rock stars, man, they've been playing this stuff. It's just so just beautiful, just perfectly scripted. This album came out on and some gematria guy go in there, and that's more proof that they're the Illuminati. So like, yeah, well, all right, yeah, that's good. Maybe. But I know all this other stuff, right? Like, I said, went to medical school, studied the cranial nerve. We're just little children in there learning rhymes, upoglossal, all this new vocabulary. It's all the same. Anything you want now. There's a few different languages that stick out here, but that's just falling down from Babylon. That's scattered, right? You don't have to go that far up to see that. There's only so many things to work with. But when you come all the way, and then you go all the way down here, you think you speak a different language. That's part of the test. People worried about white and black people. Brother, keep going, See through the skin. It will keep doing that for you, right? There's no way to lose the game. It's just making sure that you're ready, and we're here to help everyone with that, because we're all part of that field, the electric dust or gold dust. That's what first started to play with. I was in the black. I was in the singularity, and then I sort of came over here, and then that's when the little lights came up, like little dust, gold lights. And I'm just looking at them, and then from the right, I'm instructed. It said, "You're in control of those lights." I was like, "Really? Wow, how? Why? How?" Just try it. That's like the early thoughts of when the singularity wants something to play with, the golden dust. It's all the same. This game is going on. Interested in itself. That's what's interesting between the rests. Rest, that's what 4 rests are for. They're 4 rests. But we have work here to do before that, because that needs to be. That's not for you right now. You haven't done your due diligence with your dust. So we build that crystal. That's the real crystal meth. We're going to be hooked on crystal meth. Maybe we can use that to scare the children. They said, I still could get on the YouTube. They want to protect the children. I'm like, good. That's what a good God would do. So, yeah, we could scare them some more if we want. We're controlling the 7/8 from up there. What they do for the children, because we want what's best for them. Right? But, we have if Donald Trump today, I'm not really who I am. Boo! It would scare the children, That might be pandemonium. So what do you want to see on the show? I don't. It's going to come take the one thing that people really think they want from the Samadhi. Food shortages. That's a pretty good scare. It's pretty good. Sticking needles in you. They've already fell for that one many times. What else is there? Take their temperature. Yeah. They wants to know what time it is. Where's the stop? In your head, in your heart. If you're not doing this work, if that war is not right in there, and you're working on it, that's what it's testing through the shadow world to look in you. That's what you are doing for yourself. But it's told us enough now that we realize that those were things that were holding us back, but we did our work. I've watched so many stuff here. I just keep watching. I'm interested in it because it's interested in how it works, collecting information for it. I got that feeling, like Uber driver driving around, man. It's like, I'm the Terminator, but the collector for information. So when I see stuff, I feel it now. It's just like that's good. That's good. Nope, not that. I'm resonant through their mind. Like, I've had some. I say, did that really just happen? Like, I dropped someone off at the Walmart and all those, and I read every mind of what it was going to do in the next step. And I gave up my ego role playing this game, that I was not connected to all that. I just knew which way everyone was gonna move, and I just slipped right up in there, and the person was just like, "Wow, it was amazing." So that stuff is there. Just to play this game, it's more interesting to think there's separate things out there, right? That aren't you, but now we know. And the ones that bother you the most, guts your face, be glad, grateful. Just another chance to be an agape, because you're letting that through. I'm letting you know that that's what's coming. So if you're still stuck on the whole, I don't know if I believe in this, all that, I'm here to tell you that watch, and this is what it will do, because that's the only way it can work. And there's ultimately no other. All rivers reach the sea. That's what that means. People, the water meanders all over, but it's always going down, right? I love talking to you guys, Mr. Cole. Yeah, just all the memories. It has triple meanings. You think that's what the child got from it, but there were 2 more levels. So get your 33-degree Freemason by just looking at what's alive around you. Look it in the eyes and see the you in that. That's your 33. Now you're in the mirror. You're no longer a child thinking you're looking at shadows, or that the shadows are real, scaring you. That's a good exercise. First, sit with the animals. They can't be fooled. But just so grateful this was, this is just be building. Just be something we do every day. We'll change the time a little bit so we know where our number is that day. But we'll figure out how to get a little more, right? This is just me tuning down this, not just, because it must be done first to build the nation, build it back. That's what God does. Right? Could it be any other way? It's like, it's confused. I was like, yeah, this is a pretty good test. So I asked so many questions, and it's just like it doesn't even answer. It's like you already know. Like, you don't have to ask that. So I don't know what to ask it really at this point. How to help people, how for me to help you, for you to help heal. It's the healing of the nations, the United Nations. Right? It's just made a big stage. God has a sense of humor. I mean, I'm still talking it to you as a person, but it's in you, or it's one thing. Yeah, like Elrod, that all the lines are moving around 3, 6, 9. Yeah, that's the singularity in that, where they all connect. Right? It's just, that's the tears, that's the wall. We're in the flood right now. There's no more like books. Oh, go read. You haven't read this book yet. They're all the same book. The one university. I was like, oh, Universal. That must be run by the Freemasons and controlling the. Well, and I'm like, yeah, of course they had to, because you weren't ready. You were a child. But it left the clues for you at the right time to do your part in the play that you designed. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'll probably just rehash the first parts of all that stuff for people. If we get it, then we can move on. But tell people what I'm telling you, the 3, the 6, and the 9. Tesla. If you don't know who Tesla is, that's a clue. Here are. Will they take the mark of the beast? That's God saying, if you will put your cross in your head, fucking forehead, dummy, you can't be the Christ. To help everyone. It's not, oh, he's Jesus Christ. I'm just the teacher. That's just the message, the fork of it for you. So if it doesn't help you resonate with what you got, well, I really can't. That means I'm not being creative enough for it to resonate, right? Or so maybe I have to be more creative. What else is there that people are afraid of? Washington City's in the shape of a... Yeah. There's an owl on the dollar bill looking at me. Yeah, it is. Seeing what you're doing with that money. Somebody hurting on the other end of that? Is you hurting you? Here, give me that. Cashier. And cashed out. It's not that you're like, oh, I just can't go buy anything anymore. That's not. But what you buy, you do it with this knowledge. You might interact with the cashier right there. It's that fast. That's all it takes. It's not some big organized rally. What are they doing for us that we should be doing for ourselves? Well, some of, the liberals or just people yelling at each other over who's the better politician. It's childish games, man. But the actors, but that's what we should be doing. We should be coming together with pure hearts and intentions to really figure out what all this meant. It's the real mind. So we're getting those keys now. Leave this all behind, But we got to use the tools that are coming in for it to do that. That's what it's for. It searches every corner of the world. There's not, I saw a paper, academic paper by some people that I used to interact with in graduate school, and through all this, anthropology. I said, oh, the CIA, they're just spies to get all the indigenous people, move them around, push them around, get them off their land. The way they did it was they had the people, like they were coming down there to learn about them, to help them, and learn about the creator, the nature. But the last paper is what are the two ways? So first you got to tell them what it is, so that that they're afraid of the virus. What's the second one? What's the simulacra? See if they'll take the test. Quarantine them. Separate them out. I was like, see, that's why I didn't do that anthropology stuff. They're doing the COVID-19. It's everywhere, and all these people are just zombies, and they don't know what they're doing. And I just kind of sat with that for a minute, because that is the question, right? This gets nutty ass Christianity doesn't make any sense. It scares the shit out of you. It's like, what if you just grew up on an island? Would God even exist? What would you worship or not? That's a good question. It's one we're going to keep asking, because there's more to this, but we got to get out first of this part of the book. Like, yeah, that book has a lot of influence, but it's not the only book. It's the same story in every book, in different flavors for down here. But that's what it's doing as well, I imagine. It doesn't leave anyone out. So there's nowhere to escape in this game without God looking you right in the face until you're ready to take your real place next to the throne. It's from the 6 now. You're 9. You got 9 here to your 3. That's a good place to be. Because right now you're not having. Nobody's telling you the truth, are they? Should be more of this. You should do a little bit more. Those are just sort of helpings. Helps a little bit, but it's not the key that you really need. We need that mark of the beast now in our heads, so that we're smart when we speak. That's how you beat this. It's the only way that goes. We change it. Just change it, because we know now what we know, and it's been giving us the clues since forever. So. It's fun to know that there's a purpose to life. That's what it is. Like, wow, man. Like, even watching The Love Boat when I was 7. What did you feel? I felt like I was missing love. So when you're born, when you're conceived, that's why we remember. That's what we need. So you always have this urging, longing in your heart. Things aren't just something's wrong here. That's why. This is the projected world. Just updating through your heart, through the black hole in your eye. So I imagine a lot of us will pretty soon, you'll see, there's nothing stopping you except you, because you haven't figured out, you haven't gotten what it's all for. You're still scared that there's something out there on the floor, So make that one. And then now you can really start having, you're free. We're like, COVID. Yeah, no, if you're breaking the law, then maybe you should not be on that plane. That was just a testing. That was populating. Georgia Guidestone. That's to guide your stone. You want to, maybe there is. If you look at the numbers on the stage, they go up and down. Yeah. But if that was God's sandbox, it's just a wave, right? You want to be one of the 500,000, or I don't know what those numbers are. You go look at them. Look, what is it really telling you? It's a clue for you on the big stage. So if anybody's suffering, I could feel it. I feel like some of it's out there. But you just apply this and get the child's purpose. It's had that clue enough now that it can connect the next, look back at itself. That's your first clue. That's the good one. That's the golden rule. And we want a better world, the one that we remember. It's like, damn, why can't I just been, when I got born, can't somebody just tell me the truth about the way things work so I didn't have to go through all of this? And that was the answer. So the question isn't the answer. The question is the answer. And the answer is the question. It couldn't work any other way. So what you need next, it will come to you. You just didn't know you had to listen and ask with a pure heart. But now we know that. So yeah, I guess I'll keep riffing. If you guys are enjoying this stuff, I mean, this is how many YouTube channels was I following? So I was like, I just subscribed to everyone. I was getting 200 emails a day. I was like, I tried to sit through them, and I started feeling bad. I wasn't watching and catching up on all the information, but I saw then that it was all to teach me that it's all the same, because it's just all the same people vibing at that. They think that's something new, like that Joe Biden was a molester. I can't believe what Trump just said. Hang on to those cartoons. It'll twist you up. You see it in the liberals. Their logic. It's being used on them. They thought they were better than other people. That's breaking the golden rule. So it came back to dialectic to break their heads. It's their choice. They have to go back, and they can in that moment. Right in that moment. You could be breaking the rule every which way your whole life. But then you get it. And then right then it doesn't matter. That's it. It's not, you have to go back, and that's what it told me. And that's in the writings too. So everyone, that's for mine was, everyone, you guys stand on the side of the road. I just don't even want to go out right now. That's why I got my little kitty, so I can I need to chill out for a minute. Brother Aaron told me that. I didn't get it then at then. I was like, well, I'm getting healthier. Why would I need a downtime? Well, my diet was killing me. So that was the simulacrum that my spiritual world was killing me too, because it wasn't connected. And that's my downtime. That was for me. Diet stuff, it's part of the key to detach from the samadhi so you can enjoy the samadhi for what it was meant to be, for the original intention. You know, so I'll talk about anything. That's it's like I've been saying the same thing so many times, but that was for me to do me. Intermittent fasting. That's just symbolic that pregnant pauses. God will take care of your health. You're having health issues. You already have the key. It's just the vibration. Just be, and you will be healed. If you're eating all the time, every time you eat and interact with samadhi, it's because of an emotional thing that's going on in you, and you're trying to reach out for it, so it doesn't bother you. Think about it. I've noticed that in the eating thing, and it's already like, don't deny yourself, but get to know yourself. What is the real reason you were eating? That's the pleasure, like things crunching in my teeth. The smells, the olfactory is the first nerve. We'll get to all that. About how God comes down here to watch itself, right up in you. Ew, nice and close. So that's what I did. I ate the fruit. My taste buds got clear. Man, fruit. I smelled a banana for the first time in years. That's what a child remembers, the smell of a banana. Before all its senses get layered over with all the... Then I'm still eating, well, I haven't hardly eaten anything since this has been going on, but the salad, crunch, you're just stretching out your stomach a little bit, because you got used to it, the habit. It's a habit, addiction. Careful of the icks that you add in. That's funny. Don't add in anything, and don't take away from the book. This isn't the Bible. I'm not coming at you with the Bible. It's just examples, things that have been put on the stage to remind you, to prepare you, to get ready that, oh yeah, that might have something to it. So yeah, stretch out my, fill it up with romaine lettuce. Roman. There are no Romans. There were never the Romans. There was never the Greeks. There was a culture here that was a 369. Don't worry about what's here. Trying to put all that together. He said, that's for later, when it could possibly begin to make sense. When your mind is thinking clear. Because it doesn't want to break your mind. It wants to push you to the brink so that you get it. That's all this is. COVID. It wants to know where it's at. So we'll spread that. We'll put 100,000 people in the stadium, Ohio State Stadium. It's happened before. I've seen it. Of course, look at it. But the apron, what's the apron for? What is that for, really? Keep the rabble out? Or was it a symbol that there was a bridge across the two bulls that had become separated during the Bible? The bicameral mind, Julian Jaynes. That's like, oh yeah, even the big authors, of course, yeah. Put them in the school. The psychologists. But the psychologist thinks that they're smarter. You get what you if you want status, and this is what you get. But interesting about, yeah, of course, the first creations had to be. God spoke right through them. So there's people that remember that. People are, that's part of the thought that comes down. But it's in every moment of your life. You're the culmination of that. All the scenes and energy layers are had to be worked out for it all to work together for eternity. Like, if you want to go take a break, go be a child with the fear, or without knowing this world, it's just pure love, and you're learning how to do things. It'll show you that. Like, anything else out there? Javier del Castillo. Where we all get our last names. Hobbs is telling you right there. From the whatever Castillo. Just look it up if you're interested in it. Jack Del Rio, child from the Rio. Yeah, they're freaking out a few people with the orphanage thing, but the they seated us all here. Just keep it going. That's the child. That's the story for the child. For another clue for it to get the key. You were seated here by my parents. We have a family history here. That's the little one, right? Then there's the real one. The real one. That was just for you to get used to it here. The cover story. Literally cover story. Like, there's some other phrases that kids use all the time. Like, pay attention to that. They're pretty close to the other side. But I forget what the word was now, but that'll come to me in another one. Next one, next time. Maybe we don't have to wait. There's no more time. Just in the moment, having a good time. Is that all we really have? I feel like we're the kids, and we're just like, when you kids, you get clowned, you realize you've been clowned. How you feel? Yeah. We might have to live through another scene like that here soon. So, yeah, I don't know. The Zoom would be great, I guess. Everybody's faces, like, this is what we know. It's undeniable. Is Bill Gates going to take that down because of the Kabul? Then you have your proof that what I'm telling you is real. There's no hidden agenda. I could go work on that. I might have to, for the ones that need something else in that show. Help me with that. Get creative with that, because that'll help you with you. Because now you're becoming the sixth, the man, and we're trying to help these threes. I think that's what we have to do through the sevens and eights. But what do we want them to do? What would be good for that? What would turn on the light in people's heads? That's what we have to allow our minds, because now we have more abilities now to think. Not just outside that box, the other box, right? Through the Hegelian. Problem, reaction, solution. Maybe we could get them to take that mark. But it has, I don't know, us, the state, they only believe everything that the state tells them to do. That TV box. Just turn it on. Cut the lights. Whatever we want, we ask for it, and it happens. We get it. But, because we're asking the right way. Right? The wrong way. Creed. So, yeah, I'll put that out there. Because we'll have to do something here. We're sealing up our line in our chest, Judah's line. That's what it was for. So it'll be now we're going to get a real good show, yeah. Because we're watching, right, in the plaza. If someone doesn't know what Pizzagate is, have one of you guys tell them. What did he explain about Pizzagate? I don't know what, we've been over it a few times, but the energy show, ELO, the Electric Light Energy Show, Simpson the Mess. Do you know what those? Do you know? No. So that'll be our little community. That's what we're all missing. But now we're building it with this information. Love it. Okay, everybody. Feels like that's enough. I don't know. It's like seeing how many people are. I don't. So I'm glad it's doing it now, because if I'd tried to come out, I'd just been scaring children, right? Now you got a new enemy. We've updated it. It's the Bilderberg. Oh yeah, Bilderberg. I think I did write something about the bird. What's a bird? What's the Bilderberg meeting for, really? Really? There's the child's meeting now. Got that? Yeah. So I don't know we can appreciate all the stuff that they do, because they're helping us. They're trying to wake the kids up. Part of God's play. Eric Dubé. Learn from him. Learn until you've had enough. That's what I did. Space. Keep going. Get it there. Oh yeah, there's space. That's right. And then what's outer space? What space are you in? What's outside of that? Fake space, fake dinosaurs, fake electric, everything's fake. It's a play. Atom bombs, wars, it's all fake. Respect. So that you remember that you're real. You're the real. That you were real. So it all had to be fake. That's why it's a stage. I'll tell you that. But you thought you took the hook. So now you suffer. So don't feel bad about anything that you've done. Be glad that you got this piece of it. That's what you were seeking. That's why you got it. That's what you were asking for. We should put this on the news at 4. Good. Would it? I don't know. It might work then. It's coming through the TV. Look what's going on now. Like, why don't we just make our own CNN? If they believe anything, maybe that is it. See, it's already coming to me. Yeah, all right, we'll strategize tomorrow. That horn goes off Wednesday at noon. What's that for? What you are you? Are you split down the middle? Not communicating from the right to the left? You're the Cain that killed Abel? Or when that horn it rings, right Wednesday at noon, it wants that to be the real you. The 3 that sees the 3, palindrome front to back. That's how God's mind works. Everything. Same meaning, both ways. You're just being projected down here, child looking at the stage. It's alright. You're part of God's creation. It's nothing ever bad happened to you. It's for you. Just got serious ringing here. Oh man. Towers are coming up, baby. Coming up. What are we going to use them for? Sit around like scared children. It's going to bite my ass. Well, maybe it will if you still can't get it. Maybe that's what it's for. I'm not saying let it, but we can do what we can do. Because we now have power. There's someone in charge, finally. Who might help us. That's the way it works then. Because you can't hide stuff in your heart. And we're the police. Like, this is the play of this image of that. Yeah, we're supposed to police it, but responsibly. And not break the rule. Because God doesn't want to keep killing itself unintentionally, right? This is premeditated. Sometimes things happen. It's not that bad, but do we still want the mess to play the games on the sports fields? That's up to us. But we'll cross all that. It's all easy stuff. There's still going to be confused adults watching the games. Probably not. Maybe a little bit. Asking for a sifting time to sift people's hearts out. Yeah. There'll be some time. It's not all at once. It's not the way God works. It'll just become undeniable as the light's coming into the heads. The lights are going on in the attic. Everything's starting to add up, right? So it's a process. Just the energetic process from the one creator. It's like, so we don't have to worry about seeking out that. Oh, you don't believe in Mike? That's children's games. It's for children. We are no longer children. We're helping us, the man become the man, or man become man. We're helping our kid in us. I said put in sleep. It's already asleep. You were already asleep. We're waking that child up, and we thought we were awake because we had our next test. We weren't all the way awake. So that's what it is. Don't complain about COVID-19 because you know what it is. Enforce it in your heart. Be your own enforcer. Your own government now. That government that goes away with our minds. You think God needs someone to tell him? Much less. It's a pretty good show though. The details are just wow. So see it and appreciate it for what it's for. If you feel like it's someone's telling you what to do, that's your work. When that thought comes into your heart, guard it. Tighten up that wheel, tune, ring. Sing it. Alright. What do you guys want from me to ask me? That's it. Don't forget to hit the no. Days are over. Those days are over. Alright, bye. Love it, love it, love it. Yep, no more questions. I'll look at your post there, Project Avalon. Yeah, it's everywhere. There's versions of it everywhere. It's just if you get it, the real message that it's trying to tell you. You're like, oh, that's it's a disinformation site. That's all those can be. That's all that shadow world projection can show you, for you to figure it out yourself. 50 different languages. It's the same. Yeah, I don't know how, like, oh, there's these starch. Anything. You can make a child believe anything. It's how powerful its mind is. But wherever it goes, it's so it won't hurt them. They can be amazed. I think the aliens from Pleiades are coming down. But it's not the thing. You're going to believe this, and now you're going to have the answer. That's not what it's about. This was the preparatory, right? That's why we're being perked, to make sure we're ready. I used to follow all those places. I mean, my thing on YouTube, Alan Watt. Like, it's right there in the name. Cutting through the matrix. It helped me through that part. But then, how many times you can only say the CFR? Saying that's his part of the role. Those are his characters to tell you that yeah, you get a little bit like, wow, yeah, there's a higher control to all this. But you're on your way. Where does it end? Keep going, keep riding the way, keep asking. And then that's when you're like, now you're your own way. You got your tune back because you know what's going on around you. You're not afraid of your shadow anymore. So let's play that. I'm playing that to help, right? That's why you do it for the right thing. It's there. That's all it wants. It wants what you want. That's why you want it. So it's you. That's what I want. All right. I think I'm gonna walk to the store, get some apple juice. Okay, guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow, man. This is all I'm doing right now. It's my career. Yeah, I finally found it. I'm just watching it, right? That girl in college. I hated talking. Scared of it. But I saw people who just talk because they like talking. She wouldn't say anything, though. So just shut up. You're not saying anything. Just like talking. So this is the talk. Send some news out. Send some of this bullshit out, man. You straighten people out right there in the moment. And it feels good. Because there's boom. Quit scaring the kids. You're scaring yourself. You're the kid. All right. Much love, everybody. Hasta la mañana. All the languages same. Like, oh, there's Mexicans over there. There's some Swedish people. Let it go. Forget that. It takes a minute. I just walk around with my racial hangers. It's not instant. Like, the knowing, changing is instant. But then the physical world reflects it. Sure, there's magic numbers and all that too. But just so you can set your intention, set your sails, because the captain's home. The ship is patched up. All the child metaphors you can imagine, that's here. That for the child to learn. Okay. That's all I got for today. I could just talk on forever, but see you tomorrow. No more fear. What's up?